Hi, everybody. I am Allison Hillman. I am the Allison and BTP by Allison, Been There Photography. And this is a presentation of Lady Boss Branding. I am going to start doing the 3-minute blast with the best that St. Louis has to offer in small businesses here in St. Louis. And I am so thrilled to have the often imitated, never duplicated, brilliant, sassy, beautiful soul that is Jess Beeson with Willow Tutoring. Hi.
It's
Hi,
so good to be
Chickadee.
here.
Thank you for being here. So, Willow Tutoring. Parents now have their students at home, and it's a very, very bizarre time for our world. So, where do you come into play in that?
Yeah, so I am a certified teacher and I've been a teacher since 2011. I worked in the school districts for 8 years and I started my company in 2012. So I've been in the schools, I've been on the public side, the private side, and kind of all around. So what we do is we kind of created a program that helps teachers and parents to find out how the student best learns. Sometimes that's with videos. Um, Sometimes kids are auditory. So if you notice that your child likes to listen to music a lot, then that tells you they're an auditory learner. Sometimes it's a visual thing and they need visuals. So with a lot of parents that are now being thrust into the teacher role at home and they don't really know what they're doing and they're kind of flailing, we can help with that. We have a homework help hotline
Oh,
that
that's
can,
awesome.
yeah, it's really cool. It's all virtual. So all you have to do is go to our website at www.willowtreetutoring.com. And there's a lot of information on there. We have a Facebook page. You can post your question and we can either assign a tutor if you need the one-on-one, or if you need like a how-to video, we do those for free. So that can also help you learn how to do an assignment.
Cool. So, parents are home now and they're learning just how valuable their kiddos' teachers are. What advice would you give them right now tackling this? Teachers, so we've talked about this. I thought I was going to be a teacher when I grew up, and I started in school and said, for lack of a better way to put it, screw this, because you guys are just, your saints is what you are. I love kids, but whew. Anyway, what advice would you give them?
Yeah, the
Now, the
first
parents.
one is definitely to give yourself some grace. When you're thrust into a position that you're not used to and you're not really sure how to handle it, it's okay. Um, there's a lot of parents out there that are really hard on themselves anyway. And keep in mind that there's a whole different dynamic between parent and child and teacher and child. So sometimes when you're sitting there and if you've had those homework battles already, in the past where you're sitting there and you're like, why aren't you doing this assignment? And they may still be mad at you for something that they got in trouble for a week ago. If they didn't clean up their room, if they punched their brother, if they broke something,
Oh, that
whatever
never
it may
happens.
be. Yeah, it's a whole different dynamic. So the first thing I would say is give yourself some grace and allow both of you to have those brain breaks. Try not to force them to sit down for 3 hours and just hammer stuff out. Some kids can do that, but the majority of them can't. And it's okay to reach out for help.
Something I saw very interesting the other day, and it was on Facebook, so it must be true. But parents now think that their kids have to have 6 hours of school because it has to be from 8 to 3. And well, I guess that would be 7 hours, but yay, math. I may need to call your homework hotline. Anyway, but kids don't have 7 hours of school. It's broken up into little pieces. They might do 3 to 4 hours at the most.
Right. And it's spread out throughout the day. So
Right.
keep in mind, even when they're going from class to class, they get those 5-minute breaks in there. And it usually takes a teacher on average 7 to 10 minutes to get the lesson actually started. So there's really a 15-minute break in between classes where kids are getting up and moving around and, they get settled down to the next subject. It also takes a minute for brains to kind of switch gears. If you're going from math to reading or you're going from history to science, it's not going to be a quick switch. So there needs to be a little bit of an ease into it. And then if you're really struggling with how to do that, just give us a shout. We're happy to help in any way that we can.
That's amazing. Okay, so now for the fun part. Thank you so much for teaching us, well, not teaching us, but telling us about Willow Tree. But we're going to do the 3-minute blast round. For those of you at home that are seeing that, this is where you're going to get to know Jess on a different level, because business should be personal, and you should find someone that connects with you, that matches who you are as a family or whatever. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Timer now. Are you the oldest, middle, or youngest, or only child?
Only.
Only. All right. Favorite season?
Fall.
Favorite animal?
Ooh, cat.
Favorite drink?
Strawberry lemonade or lemonade.
Ooh. What would be your last meal?
Steak.
What is your favorite St. Louis zoo animal?
Tigers.
Cool. Favorite St. Louis attraction?
Cardinals.
I see you. I miss baseball. Favorite tourist thing to do in St. Louis?
Ooh, favorite tourist thing? I would say going to visit like the mom and pop shops like on the hill, or like the things. Those like the little nooks that are hidden away.
St. Louis or Chicago style pizza?
St. Louis. Emos, man.
Oh, well, if you could live anywhere, where would it be?
Michigan.
Where in Michigan?
Like on the edge of the lake.
Cool. My husband's family is from Michigan area, so I'm surprised you didn't do the hand. That's what they always do. Anyway,
the hand.
What is, okay. What is your favorite family vacation?
Colorado. Cool. I love the snow. We got to go to the mountains and that was beautiful.
Colorado is one of my faves. Proudest accomplishment?
My daughter.
You're an excellent mom. What is your favorite book to read?
Ooh, there's a book called The Great and Terrible Beauty by Liba Bray. And it's the first book I read as a teenager that was like a female empowerment kind of book, and really made me start to believe in some of the things that I didn't think I could do. So I still go back and reread it because it's really inspirational.
Okay, that's dope. What makes you laugh the most?
My daughter.
Last movie you went to?
Star Wars.
I was there too. Yeah. What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid?
I wanted to be a helicopter pilot in the Army.
Yes!
Yeah,
I knew you were a badass.
All through high school, and then I blew my ACL senior year. Switch gears.
Perfect day.
What's
your perfect day?
Oh, like doing things or weather-wise? Mm-hmm. My perfect day would start with breakfast in bed, because I'm a lazy bones in the morning, and going somewhere outside where I can like walk through trees, like a big forest or something like that.
Cool. All right. So my very last question for you. Thank you so much. That was our dance music. Thank you so much for being on here. So my very last question for you. Why you?
Why choose me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we have a lot of passion. If you've ever met me, you know I'm very passionate about my kids. And when I talk about my kids, that's my students. And when we work with a kiddo, we're not just looking at academics. We're always looking at the psychological aspect. Where is their mind right now? What's going through their heads? What is preventing them from understanding the material? So we really build that relationship with them and figure out what's that block. Sometimes they're just having a bad day and they don't always talk to parents. I don't know if you know this or not, but kids don't like to talk to parents sometimes.
Yes.
And they will talk to us. So we like being that extra support system for them. that not only helps them in academics, but all areas of their life.
That's amazing. All right, Jess, thank you so much for being here. Again, she is Jess Beeson with Willow Tree. When you
When in need, call me, Jess B with Willow Tree.
Yeah, that's it. All right, folks, thank you so much. Jess, thanks for being here. Have a great day. Go change the world.
Mwah.